Welcome to the January 2012 special edition of Chasing the Unknown. My name is Cody DesBiens, and to my right is the founder of Attleboro Paranormal Investigation, otherwise known as API, Wayne Homer. To his right is the lead investigator of API, Jack Mucciarone.
How you doing?
And now I'll turn it over to the case manager of Attleboro Paranormal, Lynn Homer.
Well, good evening, everybody. So, as you've seen, some of our shows, we actually have now 4 of them on Double Access, and I wanted to thank them very much for getting us started. What I'd like to do tonight is just tell you about the first show that you've been watching called Finding Andrew, and I think that everybody would like to know a little bit more about what went on, because unfortunately we can't fit it all into the show. So the first thing I wanted to talk to you about is I wanted to give everybody a little bit of a chance to get to know us better. So my name is Lynn Homer, and I am a little bit of everything. I do investigations. I'm also the case manager, and I am the public relations person on the show, and I do the interviewing. Over here, Cody, tell them a little about yourself.
Well, like I said, my name is Cody DesBiens. I'm the host of Chasing the Unknown. I'm also tech guy for Attleboro Paranormal, and I'm also an investigator. Wayne?
I'm the founder of the group, so if anybody's going to blame anything, it's on me. I'm producer, director. We run both Attleboro Paranormal Investigation is our hunt team. One of our TV shows is Chasing the Unknown, which you're familiar with. And the third show that we've just started within the last month is Attleboro Paranormal Live. We do a lot of work. We're very proud of what we do. And very recently, I've taken some of my responsibility has gone away, and I've given it to this man here, Jack, who's now become our lead investigator.
Yep, my name is Jack Mucciarone. I am the lead investigator, and I'm also a cameraman, and I help out with these 3 fine people right here.
Now, just to inform everybody about Attleboro Paranormal Live, that's a live broadcasted web stream off our website, www.attleboroparanormal.com.
So basically, I'm going to give you a little bit of information. So, Finding Andrew, unfortunately, we can't give you the name of the building that Andrew was in. The owner of the building has asked us to keep that private. But basically, it was a room where my band and I would practice. And the strangest things started happening during practices where we would be out there singing, working on our music, we would stop, and then all of a sudden we would start hearing footsteps down below us and bottom floors. We were the only people in the building. So that was totally out of character. And it got to the point a few times where we actually started running around the building thinking somebody had broken in or we'd forgotten to lock a door or something. And so that's basically how it started, that it seemed like there might be something in there. And then Wayne decided to put the paranormal group together. And that's basically when we started the group. Wayne and I did a lot of studying, a lot of seminars, things like that. And we decided that we wanted to finally put our own group together.
You guys were up there a good month and a half before I brought the paranormal group up there.
That's right. And so when we started the group, we had some people that had already told us that were friends. They told us that they were interested in being part of the paranormal group, which was great. And then we started interviewing the members, because it's really important, if you're going to start your own paranormal group, to make sure that you know the people are, being really upfront and trustworthy, honest and open with you, because you're putting them in situations where they may be in buildings or people's homes.
Well, if you remember the first group, we ran for about a year, and I disbanded.
Right.
And then I went back to school and did some more studying, and I started the group we have now, which is rock solid, very rock solid group.
Yep, we have an excellent group right now. So the second thing we did after we chose the people that we wanted to bring into the group is we started teaching them the equipment. And again, all of this was up in that particular building. So we had some pieces of equipment here. Wayne will run through. Wayne and Jack and Cody can each grab a piece and just give a quick summary of what it is. You want to start it, Jack?
Yeah, I would. This is called a K2 meter. It measures electromagnetic fields. And the good thing about this is it's got 5 LED lights which you can use in the dark, and they light up when you approach anything that's electromagnetical. And what I like about it is it's guaranteed. If man-made EMF is constant, it'll blink all the way to red. But in normal fields, the green light, if a ghost or an apparition or any type of paranormal goes near it, it'll pulse. It sends off a pulse and you know it's there.
Wayne, what have you
got?
got?
Guaranteed.
I like K2s. This is our lifeblood. This is one of our new cameras that we just got. It's a Sony Handycam. It's a 990X. This is an incredible little camera. It comes from factory with what we call Night Shot. And this actually comes with Night Shot Plus. It films in 0 lux, which means no light, absolutely no light. And all the filming you see where we tell you we're going green and all that, this is one of the cameras that you'll see us use. We prefer not to use the big shoulder cams because the areas we're in, I apologize for my voice, the areas we're in, this can get very tight. And where Jack is normally our cameraman, there's another bar that would come off with another set of infrared lights over here. It's short and sweet, and it's easy for him to use and move around. Because when we're on an investigation, we're in pitch darkness, totally dark. So we're relying on what Jack tells us to look out for or where to go. Yeah. But this is truly one of our lifeblood equipment. It's our night vision cameras.
Cody, what have you got?
Well, this tool is an EMF detector. It's one of the basic tools for ghost hunting. If you're going to get any basic tools, definitely get an EMF meter. This is pretty similar to Jack's K2 meter, but this one's great for filming a TV show. I'm going to turn it on right now, and this is what it does when we come across a high EMF. Just like that. It beeps and it lights up. So for showing our audience, if there is any paranormal activity or high EMF, it's a great tool to use because they can see it just as well as we can.
And then a couple of other things that we have here that are really important. Can't live without the EVP. This is for recording voices, and basically this can hear above our range and below our range, so that a lot of times when we're talking to somebody, we're looking at this going, okay, give us an answer to a question. We don't hear anything, but later on we play this back and we'll get the answers to our questions, usually in a whisper, but it's pretty amazing. And you can't ever have enough flashlights. We even have something that we use to try and use as little light as possible. We have our little finger lights here.
Yeah, you can see it.
It's pretty cool.
Those are also great because, like Wayne said, we're filming in night vision, and the regular light, like a regular flashlight, will ruin the night vision. It'll make it all blurry, and then our film is trash. So if we use red light's the best. If we use red light, night vision's perfect. Stays nice, clear, and crisp.
So basically what we did after teaching everybody how to use the pieces of equipment is we had a mock ghost hunt. And so we decided, since we're in an abandoned building anyway, we might as well use that building to start out with. Well, we got a little more than we expected when we started ghost hunting. And so Cody, everybody kind of paired up because we were going to be walking around a dark building. And it's an old building, and it's got areas that are a little bit scary. So Cody and I paired up. Other people paired up. And for some reason, like the EMFs, when there's something that seems to be odd or supernatural around me, my hands start tingling, like little electrical shocks, or like they went to sleep. So I walked with Cody and I said, my hands are tingling. And I started following the direction where the tingling got harder, and Cody and I ended up in front of an elevator.
So this building has two elevator shafts. One of them, totally isn't working, and the other elevator shaft, which me and Lynn were at, the elevator was stuck, I believe, on the first floor. So, just for the heck of it, I knocked on the elevator twice, and I said, if anybody's here, knock back, copy what I do. So I knocked twice on the elevator door, and lo and behold, two knocks knocked right back at me. So I'm looking at Lynn with my mouth touching the floor, and Lynn has the same look that I have on. We're trying to figure out what we just heard. We said, all right, let's rule out all possibilities. Was it the wind? Was it the door shaking? So I had put my foot up against the door, and to make sure it wouldn't rattle. And I said, okay, if you're here, do it again. So I knocked 5 times on the elevator that time, and it knocked 5 times back. And right then and there, we got our night vision cameras in there. We got, the K2 EMF detectors, voice recorders. And then that next week, the Sun Chronicle had come in.
Yep. And that was pretty amazing because...
that was Rick Foster.
Rick Foster.
In one of his film crew.
Rick Foster and one of his photographers came out. And by that time, we had come up with the name. Cody got the name Andrew. And by knocking, we found out that Andrew was the name that what we assume is a little boy was using. And so we asked him all kinds of questions like name, his age, and then, crazy things like, did he like cupcakes? Did he like vanilla cupcakes? We found out he only liked chocolate cupcakes, but only liked vanilla ice cream.
So you're probably wondering, how do we get these answers? Well, we always have the voice recorder, but what we were doing, we got this thing to knock. We knew it could knock, so we're like, okay, if you're there and if you want to talk to us, answer some yes or no questions. Knock once for yes and twice for no. And it was a great process. Me and Lynn would go up and talk to it, and we'd have 20-minute conversations with this. It was great. And the next day after that article was published, the Associated Press picked it up, and it went nationwide. So that's how this little paranormal group in the city of Attleboro became nationally known.
But it goes further than that. You just didn't get knocks. You got it to turn the flashlight off and on.
That's true.
Multiple flashlights.
Yeah.
That's right.
We did. For some reason, Cody and I together would be able to talk to the little boy, or what we're assuming is a little boy, because he told us he was 12 when we asked. We started going through ages. We just started going through ages, and then finally he answered, knocked once at 12 years old. So we went into another room, and we had the flashlights out, and we said, well, the flashlights are there for you. They're nice little toys. Do you want to play with them? And he actually would start answering questions by turning the flashlight off and on. And as you can see, they're not easily. You actually have to twist the flashlight to get it to come on, and you twist it again to come off. So it's not like it has it's not easily turned off and on by just a switch.
Right. Then when Rick was up there, we added it again. That's a purple one. We added a black flashlight. It's one of the first questions Rick asked us was, it always has the purple flashlight coming on. Just about the time I said, all right, Andrew, or the entity, can you turn on the black? And I got that far, the black one was on. And so we could alternate between, the conversation, actually alternate between the flashlights. And it was pretty impressive that night.
So we kind of looked at the history of the building, too, to see if there had been anything unusual that happened in there. And we found out there was, one suicide?
Yes.
And then I think a person fell down an elevator shaft?
Yeah,
and was killed.
Early 70s.
And there was a person that had an aneurysm or something like
From
that
the machine
that passed
shop
away.
at the original owner's building,
Right.
yes.
You also have to